I know a lot of people dislike Family Guy, but it's hard to hate, you know? It doesn't take itself too seriously. It'll take us all aside and say, hey guys,
domestic violence isn't funny, except when it is!
Hello friends, trace amounts of science. Today we're getting into some 4chan Greentext, and as always, I'm excited to do it, you know? It always makes me feel nice deep down inside. And you get a nice mix of like feel stories and cringe, and you never know what you're gonna find. So thanks for coming on me with the ride today. Let's go ahead and get on into this thing. This Anon asks, who will take control of Mars? Be me! Be astronaut chosen for historic Mars mission. Years of grueling training and preparation lead to this day. I board the spaceship with fellow astronaut Greg and a crew of highly skilled and surprisingly stoic Chinese engineers. Greg, are you ready for this? We're gonna make history, I ask. It's not history, Chud. It's the future. Brought to you by Elon Musk. Wait, what? Elon? My stomach starts hurting. Nobody told me that SpaceX was in charge. Nobody I can ask more questions. The countdown starts. Look around to realize every other crew member is Chinese. Wait, where's the diversity hire? I ask. Greg shrugs, and the rocket takes off. Earth gets smaller and smaller. Suddenly, the onboard screen flickers to life. It's Putin. He starts speaking Chinese. Wait, Putin speaks Chinese? All the Chinese people are locked in. Greg is unbothered. What is he telling them? Then Elon Musk appears beside Putin, also speaking fluent Chinese. Both do a synchronized salute, popularized by a 1940s German political party. The broadcast ends. I turn to Greg. What the fuck is happening, Greg? Greg turned towards me, smiles, and says something in Chinese. I scream, and at the same time the ship accelerates into hyperlight mode. Alarms blare. I rip off my seatbelt and sprint to the ship's corridor. I have to stop this. Chinese engineers run after me, chanting something in Mandarin. The ship starts rattling, lights flickering, and the Chinese chants, stop. Everything goes dark. Oh, we lost power. Now we're just going to be an ice ball floating through space. Not like a literal ice ball because there's no water. Whatever. I wake up to slow clapping. My arms and legs are chained to the wall. Greg stands before me, smirking like a Marvel villain. Did you really think you could stop the People's Galactic Revolution, Chud? G always wins. I scream. Greg peels off his face, Mission Impossible style, revealing that he has been Xi Jinping all along. I'm just going to call him Winnie the Pooh, honestly. I don't want to say all that.
Chubby little cubby all stuffed with fluff, he's Winnie the Pooh.
Those are syllables my mouth's not used to making. But yes, how could this be? We've been friends since childhood. President Winnie the Pooh turns around and snaps his fingers. A dozen aliens march in, all dressed in the Chinese Communist Party colors. Damn you, Greg! How could you do that? Before I could finish, an explosion rocks the ship. I look out the window. The Taiwanese space fighters are here. I gather all the power I've attained from my years of pent-up CrossFit. You'll never win, Chud! You're only a man! G screams. Truth is, Greg, or should I say, Traitor G, I reply as the communist aliens charge towards me. I was the diversity hire all along. I overpower the alien guards and unleash 4,000 years of Chinese kung fu knowledge upon Xi. He was never prepared to face an opponent like me. Taiwanese soldiers cheer through the intercoms. I join the Taiwanese forces and begin to forge a defense plan for Mars. Elon and Putin will surely come. Honestly, I like your fanfic a lot, OP. Yay, Taiwan! Probably some rickety-ass space fighters, though. I wouldn't get on it personally. But yes, indeed, good quality schizo post. That's what I like to see. This Anon has hope in his heart. He says, Guys, what are the odds of an introverted autist to find an aspie girlfriend who holds the core beliefs that abortion's outright evil, with some extenuating circumstances. Oh, and she should also believe that one should shave up money for a vasectomy like one would for a used car, and no worry of birth control because she doesn't interact with low IQ brutes and finds cheating just as evil as abortion. I'm looking for a unicorn, aren't I? Jesus. What's going on with you, bro? It's completely possible to find it. I find, women will put up with a lot of shit, you know? Just let them know what you're into, and they'll probably be like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll match your vasectomy money. Anything to not carry a 4chan seed inside of me. Anyway, good luck with the search. It'll totally happen. Don't talk yourself out of it quite yet. Here's one that has Sam Hyde, and he's holding, is that a firearm of some sort?
Shit. Jesus Christ. Why'd you give me this thing? I thought this was airsoft.
Anon says, get drunk as shit, talking to friend/roommate about girlfriend, kind of complaining. Next morning, wake up. Girlfriend sends me screenshots of a conversation that she had with my roommate. He literally tells her everything I said to him the other night while drunk. Calls her pretty. Tells her he's always had a thing for her and that he wants to hit. Is there even a reason to associate with human beings anymore? No is the answer. I think you'll find that quite easily. Let her go, dude. I think that's the only answer here. She meant for the streets.
She is thy for thy streets. So be not wary when she must return from whence she came.
Let her go back to her home, her natural environment, and we keep it moving too. Anon goes on a space mission, part 2! I didn't know it was coming. I'm happily surprised to see it. Okay. Months pass. Intense preparation for Elon and Putin's invasion. Communications with Earth had been failing since we'd arrived, cutting us off completely. Despite the strength of the Taiwanese forces, I knew it wouldn't be enough to protect Mars's independence. She, or Greg, as I once knew him, had fallen into a coma after our fight, but memories of our friendship still lingered, haunting me. Against all odds, the Taiwanese settlers made me their leader. Language barrier be damned. That's right, I'm super the main character, you guys. We built, trained, and hoped, but something felt off. Reports then start coming in that unidentified ships are entering the Mars orbit. I knew they would come. Zip. I bolted outside only to see colossal Tesla motherships blocking out the sun. Yeah, they're probably built like shit too, ain't they?
Holy look at all this damage!
Although my grandparents did buy one, and they seemed to like it. I can't believe the batteries lasted all the way to Mars. A giant Elon hologram appears in the sky, his face smug, as it always is, his voice booming. Chud, you've meddled with forces you can't comprehend. Mars is mine. Taiwanese panic ensues. Before we can react, another fleet appears in orbit. Putin's personal spacecraft, the Soviet Bear, and his outdated space guns are now looming over us. Yeah, he bought those from America. Mars belongs to Russia, Putin declared. And to the shareholders, Elon added. Oh, hell no. The Tesla bots then descend onto the red planet. I rally the Taiwanese forces onto our fighter ships for a counterattack. As we ascend, dodging enemy space beams, a giant Mao Zedong mecha joins on my side. Oh, good. He's killed millions before. He'll know what to do. Xi Jinping's face appears on my ship UI. Xi, what are you doing here? I asked in a panic. I was wrong, Chud. Elon and Putin can never replace our friendship. Call me Greg. Oh my god, social credit score plus 1,000. And with that, The Mecha Mao Zedong charged into battle with the Soviet bear, its Chinese cannons blazing, fueled by the power of friendship. I whip out my Linux notebook and begin hacking into the mainframes of Elon's system, deleting his Microsoft Edge, and with it, his entire OS. Wow, that's pretty good hacking, hacker man.
He's the most powerful hacker of all time.
No! My Dogecoin investments! The Elongram screams as it dissipates into the stratosphere. I turn my ship towards Putin's ship to see Greg's mech, battered, broken, malfunctioning. Chinesium can only take you so far, I lamented. Furious and ready to avenge my friend, I board Putin's ship, fighting through malnourished Russian personnel, most of whom had no idea why they were even here. And then there he was, Putin himself. Chud, because of you, all my plans are gone. The fight was supposed to last for 3 days. We engage in a brutal fist fight, our blows shaking the ship itself. As I begin to lose, I have a flashback. Greg and I, promising each other to one day unite the world and live, laugh, love. What a LARP. I snap out of it and deliver the strongest punch known to the galaxy, deleting him from the Milky Way. And with that, the last of our enemies retreat, leaving my Taiwanese forces in shambles, but victorious nonetheless. Wait, Greg! I rush off to the ship to find his mech, but it's gone. Nowhere to be seen. No one had seen the mech nor Greg. His coma bed, empty. Taiwanese Mars stood free and independent. The chip factories hummed at full production, and under one flag, the Taiwanese flag, the settlers thrived. For now. What does that mean for now? Is there part 3? Do we have to dig up part 3? I might take a look, but I'd like to let it come to me organically as well. So let's just keep moving on through. We'll throw some stuff in the middle, and maybe we'll have a nice surprise in there, huh? Or massive disappointment. But you know, those are feelings too. It's fine. Moving on. Here's a poll post about California seceding from the Union. California secession? Ballot initiative to make state a country is cleared to gather signatures. Yeah, nothing ever happened. I don't think that's going to happen at all. But it is a funny thought, especially because, as Anons says, be in the midst of uncontrollable wildfires, vote to secede from the country that supplies your water because of butthurt over an election. Lamau, please let it happen. It would be so fucking funny. It would be interesting, I'll say that much. A super hellish cyberpunk utopia run by tech oligarchs is just around the corner. Send in a modern-day General Sherman to take it back, ready to start it on fire and march to the coastline. What the fuck? Everything's already on fire. The California government beat us to it. For once, when bureaucracy's not involved, you'd be surprised how easy it is to start a fire. Personally, I blame the eucalyptus trees. I think this was Australia's plan all along. Then they're just going to come in and buy the burnt-up real estate for pennies on the dollar. Except it's probably not Australia that's actually going to do that. It's BlackRock.
Invested in the future of Americans. BlackRock.
We truly do live in hell, but at least we got our 4chan posts, huh? Let's keep it rolling. This Anon says, them feelings hurt, bros. Oh, don't do this to me. Be me. Today, have to go to the job at night, and I work in the morning. Spend all day playing games. Almost time to go to work. Take a shower, eat, cologne, usual stuff. Look at mirror, and somewhat feel like I'm a 6 out of 10 guy. Go to the bus stop, listening to my usual doomer songs, as usual. Oh yeah, is that what you usually do? Suddenly an 8 out of 10 girl appears. She says hi and goes for a hug. I say that I don't know her. She says that she knows that and hugs me. Says that I'm worthy, that I deserve good stuff, that I'm gonna make it. I thank her and say the same for her. She leaves as I look at her. I contemplate my existence as I drift into nothingness. After minutes passes, I regain consciousness on the verge of crying. She left. Could have asked for her number or whatever. She could have been a future girlfriend, friend, or whatever. Maybe she just needed some small talk to get my attention. Maybe she liked me and found me interesting. I'm fated to be like this. I think it's better that you don't find out what was going to happen. The truth is that you're not ready for all that. You are only going to make each other worse. Use this interaction as fuel to drive you further, onwards and upwards in your life, but don't fucking dwell on it. It was a nice thing that happened. She could probably tell that you were in need, you know? And those words are good things to say. I say something similar at the end of every video. But that doesn't mean we need to have a relationship together. Let it be a passing brush, and sometimes that's completely fine. The feelings are only hurting because you're holding on to them for nothing. Let it go. Maybe you see her again. Who knows? Probably she's going to start taking a different route home, actually. But whatever. Let's keep rolling on to the next post. This OP's addressing hospital Anons, and he says, any Anons work in a hospital? Yes, I like my paycheck to come with a side of MRSA. Thank you. No! I volunteered at a hospital for like less than a month, I think. And then they made me go in like these sick wards, and I'm like, dude, I can't do this. Maybe slight hypochondria. I just can't do this.
Get me out of here!
Anyway, OP works in one, and he says, be me! Hospital cleaner, infection control, delivery boy. Yeah, that all seems okay, till someone coughs in your mouth. I just clean shit up and deliver food and make coffee. Dementia patients cry for rescue and sweet release when I walk in. Do a 360 and GTFO every time. Would you like a coffee, sir? Well, it all goes back to 1963 when I was at the... Stop listening immediately. Spent half the day smoking, checking out nurses, and making tradesman bucks. Guy in the next bed dies. See a dozen stiffs by this point, so yeah, I don't really care. Heartless.png. Human suffering has become meaningless. Literally. .me. Half the staff are Karens, and the other half are based mainland Europeans who truly don't give a shit. Coworkers are afraid of cleaning the morgue, but I'm one with the corpses. Soundproof ward, peaceful AF. I mean, I do enjoy a good bit of quiet, but at a certain point it becomes eerie. Anyway, OP says, I have to clean the chapel toilets, and they're locked. It's Mohammed, the Islam enjoyer again. He is cleaning his feet for the 10th prayer of the day, and getting paid for it. Big brain, TBH. Takes 20 minutes. Whatever. I'm getting paid to stand right there. Take out the medical waste and serve coffee to Neanderthals. Finish and go home, and I made about 200 quid for the day. I live in a dingy one-room flat, get wasted and chain smoke most nights. My face when my kidneys hurt. My face when I wake up, vomit, and start all over again. Such is life. Any similar experiences? I don't know what your rampant alcoholism has to do with working in a hospital. I think that is one of the things that has helped to numb you. Because, yeah, at a certain point, you probably feel like you can't connect with these people who, a lot of them will just inevitably die. You've taken the House MD approach to working in a hospital, and it seemed to work out all right for him. So good luck. I'm glad you like your job, I think. I'm not even really sure if he likes it. He just says, yeah, these are things that I do. And to that I say, keep doing it. When I was working a desk job, I skated off all the time. I'm like, yeah, okay, the thing's finished, but I'm not going to turn it in for an hour. I need like an hour for the job and an hour for me, you know? I get it. 100% I get it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into another post on the train to London. Really need to fart. It's starting to hurt a bit. It's starting to hurt a lot. Train shakes a little. I want to get up to go to the bathroom before I fucking burst, but I don't get the chance. My sphincter can no longer take the strain. manage to discreetly nudge my cheeks apart, and it comes out slowly but silently. I pass gas for a solid 60 seconds. Oh no. Oh god, the fucking smell!
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You should have taken like some Beano, some Pepto-Bismol or something. Surely you saw this coming. I mean, it's not true. Sometimes the street kebab will get you. Felt really good going in, and now I've changed my opinion. People are all looking around at each other. It is really fucking bad. Enemy spotted. .jpg. A foreign smell impacts my nostrils. The dude opposite me is staring me right in the eyes. He fucking knows. And he ripped one of his own. Alright then. It's on!
So now, I guess, it's on.
It's on. Ooh, it's on. It's on.
I spread my cheeks a little wider, just as much as I dare, and I push. Clearly and loudly poop myself, staring into the eyes of a complete stranger. What's your commute been like, B? I mean, crappy. Not as crappy. That's hard to beat, I'll tell you that. Is this the kind of fun that you guys have on public transport? Why did nobody tell me? I'm gonna get on the bus right now. Okay, next post. Alright, this post has more of a classic vibe to it, which we like around here sometimes. Winter of 2011. Long ago. Grandpa had passed 4 months ago, left me his World War II stuff in a rusty box, sleeping soundly, and then I hear a crash downstairs. Someone had broken in my window. Have no firearms. Fuck.fuk. Check Papa box. A loaded Luger tucked in next to an SS cap. And the Luger is loaded, so I slap the hat on and run downstairs stark naked. I spot the fucker going through my entertainment center. I aim and scream the first German words that pop into my head. Panzerkampfwagen Schadenfreude! Fire.exe until out of rounds. He bolted for the window, literally screaming and crying something about the tiny mustache man people supposing to be extinct. I definitely hit him a few times since there was blood on the carpet. I call the cops, the guy gets arrested. They asked about the tiny mustache man stuff. I tell the story and the cops love it. Naked National Socialist becomes a neighborhood story. And that was how my dead socialist grandpa encouraged me to fire a gun for the first time and save my PlayStation. 10 out of fucking 10. I give it a solid, 8 out of 10. Honestly, are we even sure the PlayStation is worth saving? Because remember, everyone, no games. Let's move on to our next post. It's fine. B19 bought Ancestry DNA test for my mother, father, and I. It turns out that my father isn't my real dad. I show him the results, and since he's old AF, he doesn't get it. I was his only child. Since he's refusing to understand, I am forced to explain it to him. He immediately leaves my mom and tells me he's going off on a hunting trip to get his mind off these things. Find out weeks later that, he shot himself out there. Jesus, dude. Oh, my God. Now you two can have fun with your Ancestry DNA test at home. Amazon affiliate link in the description. All sorts of wacky hijinks might ensue. We're not legally responsible for any of this. Seriously, though, I hope that's fake, dude. If not, what a horrible bitch your mother is.
Real talk, you gotta be ashamed of yourself. All as you is.
Anyway, let's find another post to get our mind off events. Be me, HVAC student. SolidWorks session, and I'm the only guy with PC knowledge. 10 PCs, but only 5 got the program. Get idea to help the clueless teacher. I torrent the thing and install it. Shit PC, but yeah, it works. Exams week. The NPCs I study with don't even know how to create a new project and end up screwing up the settings. Teacher calls me to fix the mess so he can continue doing the test. Okay, registry edit.exe, get setting to default, and MFer's happy. I get a 19 out of 20 mark, and he says that I don't even have to take the exam. My face is Pickrell. Yeah, that is pretty cool. 2 thumbs up. A little bit of software knowledge goes a long way, that's what I know. And then also, on top of that, it's sort of a good deed. Now all 10 computers have SolidWorks in perpetuity. That seems like a pretty good deal for just giving a kid a 19 out of 20 on the test. Although, kind of fucked up it wasn't 20 out of 20. What's up with that? Who cares? Moving on. Here's a post about the camera lucida. Was that Latin or something? There's an ancient lost drawing technique for realistic art. Look inside, it's just ye old tracing. That's pretty cool, though. I enjoy a bit of tracing. It's good practice for, the actual drawing part, which will come at some point, but not quite yet, because this is infinitely easier. Next post. This Anon got cucked by the same guy twice. Damn. Be me, 28 male. Girlfriend I dated since high school was stolen from me 8 years ago. Tried dating a few more times after. All those relationships failed. I give up on dating and end up finding a friend with benefits, and we've been hooking up for about the past 5 years. Friend with benefits ends up befriending the same guy who stole my girlfriend 8 years ago. Ever since she befriended him, she's been interacting with me less and less. We used to hook up every other week. Now we haven't done it in 2 months. We used to have daily conversations. Now I'll be lucky to get a few 1 to 2 word replies from her. It's safe to assume it's because of him. I want to flee to the furthest state possible from this guy to start fresh, but unfortunately, I have a child from one of the previously failed relationships I mentioned anchoring me down. I mean, it's good to want to have a relationship with your kid and stuff like that, but also, you can't give up your own life. I think we can get the best of both worlds here. I want you to go find that guy and challenge him to a good old-fashioned duel.
It's time to duel!
And either you'll win and get the harem that you always dreamed of, or you'll just be put out of your misery. I'm so happy that I'm able to help. These are really big brain ideas that we're putting out here, aren't they? Probably not. Who cares? Anyway, next post. Do you think it's time for more poop posts? Because I think it's time for more poop posts. We recently moved into my nan's house due to financial struggles. She just leaves unflushed logs, often no paper on top. So, what, she doesn't even wipe her ass? I can't say. Does she smell, I guess, is the proof test for that one. She gets doo-doo on the actual TP roll, down the side, so the entire roll is ruined. She craps all over the seat, the flush buttons, handrails, doorknobs. Like, how do you even shit on your hands? Is she grabbing a log out of her diaper? I don't ask about the process, okay? The process seems to be working for her, so I'm just gonna let this happen. It's mostly fine, probably. I have seen her poop, not wash her hands, and then immediately go into the fridge and pantry. Just reaching into the bag of Cheetos and Doritos. Oh, gotta find the best one. Dig to the bottom. When she does wash her hands, she leaves poo all over the soap and the sink. It's my house. I'll do what I want. You listen to me, sonny boy. I will poo where I please. I've only got so many years left on this earth, and I plan to speckle every piece of soap in the house. Yeah, I guess you can if you want. What are you gonna do? You don't like it? Move out. She poos in the shower and just leaves it on the floor. Oh no. A cornback rattlesnake in my shower? You can't just leave it, dude.
You poop in the shower, and then you mash it down with your foot into that drain thing, and then you go wash your foot off in the toilet.
You gotta waffle stomp it or you gotta log toss it. You pick the camp, okay? And you have to pick, because which one you pick tells me a lot about you. Anyway, she also leaves pee from her room all the way to the toilet like a snail trail. Oh, that ain't snail trail. That's bad snail trail. Her entire house smells like pee because of her dirty laundry basket. I mean, it sounds like she's incontinent and maybe somebody needs to step up and like help her out. You're living in her house due to your own financial struggles. Surely you're not contributing all that much, you know? Maybe it's time to get involved. That's all I'm saying. It's weird for you to stand idly by and twiddle your thumbs and be like, yeah, she's pooping all over herself, and I just have to deal with that. It's like, no, help her to deal with that. That's what a legitimate human being would do. All this moron does is hop on 4chan and be like, ew, my gran pees all over herself. Her house smells like pee, isn't that so gross? I think your attitude about it is the grossest thing of all. Know your fucking roots and take care of your people. Why is that so hard? Where is the empathy? I asked you. Okay, I'm done getting mad. Gotta keep scrolling. Here's a British Anon that wants to tell us all a fun fact. Fun fact! Peter Griffin has punched 2 fascists. There's him punching Tiny Mustache Man and also Orange Man. And then another Anon from Germany comes in and says, fact, fun fact, Peter Griffin is not real. And then Australia Bro comes in and has a Peter punching Lois picture as a reply. How's that for not real? I know a lot of people dislike Family Guy, but it's hard to hate, you know? It doesn't take itself too seriously. It'll take us all aside and say, hey guys,
Domestic violence isn't funny, except when it is.
Damn, that's kind of a jam, dude. I gotta be honest with you. That's real nice. I don't know who those kids are. They seem nice, though. Anyway, moving right along. Half asleep and groggy. Realize I haven't texted my girlfriend in weeks. I panic that we're drifting apart. Worried that I'm gonna lose her. I wake up in a frenzy. I remember that I don't have a girlfriend, and I never did. Phew, what a relief. Then a different kind of existential crisis sets in, but we'll worry about that once it gets here. Anyway, next post. Here's Nanon with a question about media. 80s, 90s, 2000s high school movie. Nerd wins by stealing the asshole's girlfriend. Sees this as a win. Why is this so common? The last thing I would want is a girl who has put my bully's inside of her mouth.
Fair statement, I think.
I'm broken. Are Hollywood writers just nerds who got minds broken by bullies? I don't think mind broken was a widely used term in the 80s, 90s, 2000s. Thank you for asking. Really, it's just a way to demonstrate the nerd taking something of value from the bully. You could, like, you know, have the nerd sue him and take his house or something like that, but they try to make it more believable. Does it work? No, not really. You've pointed out one massive flaw in that plan that I hadn't considered at all. You put some thought into this, Anon. Yeah. I'm officially on your side. I agree with you. It's dumb and terrible. Anyway, next post. Alright, here's another one that's legitimately deranged. Anon says, this sounds a lot like a troll, but trust me, I'm not. So basically, 7 months ago, my toilet stopped working. I started crapping in the shower and stomping it down the drain. He's a waffle stomper, see? But it was exhausting, and I found out that I could just leave the poo under running water and let it dissolve. Oh, is there a word for that yet? Personally, I vote for the name Mad Scientist. I think that's a really good thing, like you're dissolving something away. But brownie bath could also work. The drain drizzler. I don't know. You could go a lot of ways. I'd never considered doing that before. Sort of big brain plays, or maybe not. Maybe we're going to find out why it's not, why you should never do this. Anyway, OP says, my neighbors started complaining about the shit smell. I held it in for 2 days before crapping into a Tupperware container. Oh my, you live like this? Are you kidding me? Oh, I realized that this was the solution.
What? No, dude!
No, Anon, the solution was getting the toilet fixed. Why are you choosing these things? So I ordered Tupperware in bulk. Anyways, I noticed my toilet started getting more water in it whenever the people above me flushed. I tried to move the poo water into the bathtub using 2-liter soda bottles, but that clogged, and same thing happened to the sink. I finally had a panic attack and bought a caulking gun off Amazon and sealed the door shut. Yeah, that'll solve it. If I can't see it, then it basically doesn't exist. The security deposit's gone anyways. God will sort this one out. Oh, delightful. My bathroom was making waterfall and swamp noises, and I was scared, so I blocked it off with all the shit containers. The smell was unbearable, and the carpet got damp outside of the door, but it was okay. Was it? 2 weeks ago, I heard a really loud cracking/crashing noise and running water. I'm pretty sure the floor caved in. I'm terrified of anyone finding out, and I'm considering just ending it all. Can anyone help? Another Anon comes in and says, holy shit, you are dumb. Like, legitimately really dumb. For reals. These are the actions of an insane person. Part of me really hopes that it's fake, but the part of me that believes that entropy will retake the universe sooner rather than later. And I mean, there's some interesting characters on 4chan. Anything's possible. We know that by now. Anyway, should be a nice beefy episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sign up on the Patreon and YouTube memberships if you'd like to support the channel further. I really do appreciate it, you know. We're trying to up the production quality and put money back into the channel, so thank you so much for all of your support thus far. You can also check out my merch store over on Fourth Wall, or my Amazon affiliate link if you buy Amazon things. But overall, just, you know, thanks for watching the videos, the most important thing. Maybe share it around if you know some other channers. Thank you so much for the constant word of mouth, and I want to leave you with some words, friends. That is, of course, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it. And I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.